Alongside Hall of Famer Grant Hill and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce joins us from the sidelines. So the Timberwolves will get the first possession. Here's Conley. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And Grant, having a lengthy bench, so important in the NBA.
It really is. I mean, there's always the risk of guys getting hurt throughout the season. So the teams know the value of having a very deep rotation. And they make the most of their bench, which is smart. Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Edwards. There's the block. And so it looks like the Timberwolves will retain possession here. Takes it inside. Oh, he packs it down.
That is incredible. Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
Now here's Butler. Pass to Grimes. Yabusele. Randall pulls down the board. And it's Conley with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And Grant the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
And that one drops.
Outstanding job converting in close. Gobert understands how to execute around the rim.
Just over a minute and a half in. Yabusele. Shot clock at 5. Late clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. Good. And Butler gets the assist.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation. Puts the pass right on the mark.
The kick out to Edwards. Randall on the screen. Back to Edwards. From the top of the key. It doesn't go for him. Here's Butler. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
Inside. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Brian, the Sixers' 2 stars make a great pairing. Maxey said of Embiid, since I was a rookie, he's had the ultimate faith and believed in me. And Embiid said of Maxey, he's something else. Always smiling with the same energy. Good games, bad games, always the same. People like that set the tone for everybody else. Brian?
That's a good call, Allie. Thank you. Edwards for 3. Edwards pulls it in. And it's Butler with the ball for the 76ers. To the right side. Yabusele. And the layup is good off the glass. 1:44 left to play in the first. Edwards with it. And he makes it on the layup.
Well, I love when guys like Edwards work inside. Don't settle for jumpers. Get a solid look close to the rim.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
Yeah, a guy with Conley's consistency is trouble inside. Those high percentage looks are often effortless for him.
Now here's Butler. He's got 6. Misses the 3. 55 seconds left to play in the first. It's McDaniels on the wing. Back to Edwards. Picked by Gobert. Beyond the arc. And Edwards good for 3. Edwards got 7 points.
Yeah, I really like when Edwards shows this kind of patience, allowing the play to develop over time.
And the bucket is good.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Edwards. And stolen by Edwards. Here's Grimes. Still no points. Launches it. Randle pulls down the board. And stolen by Edwards. Here's Grimes. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Here's Randle. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. It's Minnesota leading by a point. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Timberwolves.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
The Sixers trailing. Here's Doughton. No good there, off the double clutch.
Well, the defense just gave him that shot, and he wasn't able to convert. Very disappointing.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. With all the parity and competition in the league today, there are still those teams piling up losses.
Yeah, B.A., and with teams like the Thunder excelling, it's almost like youth is no longer an excuse, but some rebuilds take longer than others.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Timberwolves ball.
Outside Edwards. The 3 is up. He can't get it to go.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. The Timberwolves lead by 3. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
I don't know how Edwards does it. It's a blend of skill, finesse, and a little bit of luck that went down.
And Stan, while Edwards has pushed back, it hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
And Minnesota with possession here. They lead by 6. That's their biggest margin. Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
He was all over that pass. That's a cautionary tale.
Yeah, and you know they're tracking the tips and deflections because that tells you who's affecting the game.
Pass to Hood-Schifino to halt the run. The Sixers again can't hit. Minnesota leading by 8 to the paint. Here's Minot, and he can't extend the lead to double digits.
That's the shot you hope for, right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Doughton. Here's Castleton. Here's Doughton. Knocked loose. And Minnesota with possession here. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Personal foul. 13 foul.
Second quarter basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Outside Edwards. Blocked! And they get it back. Second shot opportunity. Rebound by Philadelphia. Here's Doughton. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. To the middle. Here's Castleton. Pass to Doughton. To the inside. Tries again. And he sinks the layup.
Well, sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high percentage buckets.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Ryan, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens the locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that. The punch from Gobert.
I mean, how do you stop Gobert on a slam? He's too big, rising up too fast. There's really nothing you can do.
Back to Butler. Down low. Yabusele. Randall pulls down the board. The Timberwolves lead by 8. Edwards looking it over. Fires from the wing. He can't get that one to fall.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
And his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there. 1:25 left in the second quarter. And it's Edwards with the ball for Minnesota. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Outside Conley. On the clock. Pass to Gobert. And there's the foul. It's on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
1:04 left in the first half of this game. Now Now here's Butler. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Randall. And here's Conley. Three shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
The coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
Here's Butler. Buckets. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's Randall with the jam.
Assisted.
Oh, Randall put some extra on that slam, entertaining the fans and the broadcasters.
Outside Edwards. Pass to Grimes. Off target from outside. For 3, DiVincenzo. And so we wrap up the first half.
With the score.
The T-Wolves on top. They lead by 8. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Here's Butler. Stolen by Conley. Oh, they get a hand on it. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
Stan, you've coached some great defensive anchors in your time. Who do you view as the best in the game today?
Well, Brian, you probably have to start with Rudy Gobert, but we've got guys like Brook Lopez, Jaren Jackson, Anthony Davis, and then we've got 2 young ones coming up that could be as good as we've seen in Wemby and Chet Holmgren.
Here's Butler. It's rebounded by Minnesota. He got him, no doubt. That's a foul, and it's going to be a transition take foul. Defensive Player of the Year 4 times over, Stan. Rudy Gobert tied for the record.
Yeah, Brian, alongside Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace, and Gobert's capable of getting another one too, assuming his countryman Victor Wembanyama doesn't start taking the reins.
Pass to Gobert. Ball stolen. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. To the inside. Here's Bona. And it's Gobert with a rebound. The Timberwolves lead by 9. Here's Edwards. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. And here are the Sixers now. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Butler can't get it to go. Conley looking for an opening. Pass to Edwards. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
And both free throws good for Edwards. 76ers trail by 11. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
A nice shot by Dalton.
Well, they gave him the mid-range. Smart idea to take that one.
To the paint. It's McDaniels on the wing. Outside Edwards. Three-pointer. And Anthony Edwards rains one in.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
And Mike Conley picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
I have to admit, I mean, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
Now to the lineup for the Timberwolves. Number 0, Dante DiVincenzo.
Here's Doughton. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Three-pointer, no good. And it's Edwards with the ball for the T-Wolves. 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. The shot by Conley, no good. Here's Hood-Schifino, yet to see a basket. The baseline, Jay. Randall with a steal. Drives to the hoop. The kick out to Edwards. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Well, this is why Edwards is a nightmare for defenses. He can drive right through you or pull you apart from range like this.
Fires at the elbow. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. Doughton's got 4 points in the quarter. The Timberwolves lead by 13. Outside, DiVincenzo. And he's going for the oop here. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
And just so mobile at his size. Once Gobert sets the screen, he rolls hard to the right spot.
Over to the left wing. Castleton. Offline with a three. And here's Minnesota now. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
Well, look, you can't let Edwards get this close to the rim because he will dunk it on you.
43 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Hood-Schifino. Randall pulls down the board. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 15-4 run. Edwards, that's good.
Yeah, an underrated passer. Randall has a nice feel for the game and is willing to keep his teammates involved.
"16 seconds left in the third. Here's Castleton. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
The assist of Jeff Doughton.
Now Conley. He has 7. Picked by Gobert. Inside. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Gobert's got 8.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The T-Wolves on top. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The Timberwolves lead by 19. Pass to Garza. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
I'm not sure how he's going to explain that shot later.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, you'd be taking a seat. Now, unfortunately, it seems like we see too many ill-advised shots.
Here's Doughton. Counted. And here's Edwards. Pass to Reed. Here's Garza. Outside Edwards. There's the drive. Soft touch off the glass. Edwards got 16 in the second half.
Well, everything about Edwards' drive makes it dangerous. His speed, his agility, and his lack of fear.
Drains the triple.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Rebound by Philadelphia.
Uh-oh. Did he change his mind on the way up? I think he did.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. To the middle. Castleton. Oh, he missed the layup. He had him with the pump fake. Down low. The kick out to Edwards. Lets the three fly. And Castleton pulls it down.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Stan, you're the son of a coach. Your dad was a great coach at the collegiate level. What was the best advice you ever received from him?
Well, Brian, the one that has always stuck with me is he told me in my first season, if you think you've got all the answers, it's only because you don't know all the questions. And I think that's true in everything, not just basketball.
Here's Doughton. Philadelphia with another miss.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
And the shot's good. Luchefino's got 5 points now this quarter.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Here's Butler. Here's the teardrop. And he takes it up and lays it in.
Such a graceful move, showing off the floater game.
Here's Conley. Outside for Randall. It's Edwards on the wing. The baseline J. And the shot no good. A bit short.
Yeah, well, that's a shot the defense is probably going to let him keep taking.
Here's Butler. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
That's his second personal.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions. And that's a situation where you must make them all to get back into the game.
And Edwards slams it in.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Inside. Here's Florida. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Timberwolves.
When you look at their assist totals, you can see why it was easier for them to score. The ball was really popping tonight.
And good things seem to happen when you're patient and willing to make the next pass. Their offense has flowed really well.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Anthony Edwards.
Well, as a coach, it's so fun to watch a player dominate the game offensively like he did in this one.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Here's Bona. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
His third personal foul.
It goes on Mike Conley.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Bona taking two.
And that's good as he hits both shots. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside, DiVincenzo. And there's the screen. Banked it in off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 16.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
Pass to Grimes. To the paint. The kick out to Edwards. And here's Butler outside. Knocks it down from distance. Outside Reed. Can't hit from in close. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.